Aloha friends, we have a beautiful morning today in Hawaii and we just wanted to come on and say hello and let you know what we've been up to.
Well, this week we're taking some vacation time and we're staying here locally on the island, and we're just at the beginning, a couple days into the vacation and catching up on rest.
Yes.
And it's really nice to be home on these beautiful mornings and just feel the ocean breezes and the sunshine and take some walks. It's really a blessing to be home. Amongst other things, we're have on the schedule to visit some farms this week and just get a little bit of encouragement and inspiration from seeing how others are setting up their properties, visit some nurseries, acquire some more trees, of course. And eat some good fruits, and hopefully get a little bit of work done on the property.
And speaking of fruits, today we'll be tasting the durian, so keep watching.
We've recently acquired some really nice new trees, and we'll show those to you. We're sitting out here near our little home nursery, and we've got the trees behind us. This is where we care for the trees and water them and nurture them and before they go to the property and get planted. And so we've got maybe another 17 trees or so in the last little bit. And so some of them are quite rare and unusual. And so we'll show those to you as well.
So how many fruit trees in general do you think we have acquired so far?
We have about 90 trees so far. And this represents 60 different varieties of fruit and nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't usually count. Ryan usually is the one who counts everything.
Yeah, and in reality, over time, there'll be more. There'll be more.
I'm sure
this isn't it just yet.
I'm pretty sure.
But that's one of the amazing things about living here is that there are literally hundreds of different varieties of fruits. And that's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. And so one of the joys of being here is always trying new things and bringing home new plants, finding places for them. And fortunately, there are a lot of collectors on the island, and they bring in trees from all over the world and plant them. And so we're kind of always discovering new things. And that's kind of just, it's really a joy. It's kind of exciting.
And Ryan, I think, met some friends around here on the island that are also interested in growing interesting things. So
a couple days ago, we were able to visit a rare fruit collector who's developing 60 acres here on the island. And it's going to be kind of a botanical paradise of rare fruits from around the world.
It already looks like paradise.
Yeah.
We'll put in some pictures here for you to see.
Yeah, he's just getting started just over the last couple years.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was very generous with us, and we got a dozen trees, rare trees from him. And so we'll show you some of those. I've got another friend who's preparing for me a couple other rare trees. Yesterday evening, we picked up 3 more unusual trees. And so it's kind of little by little we're collecting. And these will all ultimately be food for our family, but also at some point in the future, we may have enough to be able to share, to potentially sell. And we have sort of a botanical garden that we can graft and maybe even propagate trees, our own trees in the future.
Yeah.
So it's not only just about self-sufficiency, but also it's a really great hobby to have. To just kind of like live close to nature, live in a garden.
Yeah.
Pick the fruits and...
That's the original plan, right?
Yeah. I just thought of this beautiful quotation from the book Ministry of Healing by Ellen White. And it talks about God's plan for man. It reads, "In God's plan for Israel, every family had a home on the land, with sufficient ground for tilling. Thus were provided both the means and the incentive for a useful, industrious, and self-supporting life. No devising of men has ever improved upon that plan, and to the world's departure from it is owing to a large degree the poverty and wretchedness that exists today. So
Like it.
God's plan was for man was a life on the land, a
Self-sufficient,
self-supporting, yeah. And so we're going back to the land for self-preservation, and we encourage others to do the same.
Yes. Well, shall we show them some of the new plants?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
So these are some of the newest additions that we've acquired recently. We have some special mangoes here, and these are called Kasturi mangoes. Now, people in general say that mangoes do lousy here on the east side of the island of Hawaii because of all the rainfall. And that's true of common Indian mangoes. However, it's not true of the mangoes that originate from Borneo and Java, Sumatra, those very rainy, very humid jungles. And so there are a few types like Kasturi mango, Kuini mango, and others that do well in this climate. And so this was a real find, and we're grateful for these Kasturis. We look forward to growing them soon. We also have several pulasan, which is a very rare fruit, but it's extremely tasty. It's something from the rambutan family, but I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it's just great. We'll put a picture on the screen. And in addition, we've got something here we've never yet had opportunity to try. Apparently this is really popular in certain parts of South America. This is called Invira Keju, and something like, at least it appears to be like a tropical nectarine. And we also have this one here. This is called Keladeng, and it's a relative of the Chempadec. It's an Artocarpus family. We've got two of these new marang trees. And over here we are adding to our collection another achacha or achachairu. We've got a more common Charwill avocado to add to our collection. Some egg fruits. We've got 3 of these. More soursops. This is one that we were really looking to replace from our last farm, and this is called Abu. And this is the Z2 variety from Australia. And as you can see, it's already flowering and trying to fruit, which of course is one of the advantages of buying grafted trees. We have a number of other avocados to make up our year-round avocado initiative that we're working on. And this was one of the missing links that we just got yesterday. This is called Hulu Manu avocado. And this was to fill one of the summer gaps for avocado production. Also, this is our first durian tree that we just mentioned. This is called Pohakulani. This is a Hawaiian variety of durian. And in here we have a jackfruit Chempadec hybrid. And so, still learning how to pronounce some of the names. It looks like Sri Gading. So, another marang tree. Some of our taro pigeon peas. This is our privacy hedge that we've been working on, the Podocarpus, to transplant. Here we've just got an assortment of hybrid red jaboticaba. We've got the Indian moringa called PKM1. We're starting to grow some avocado seeds for future grafting. White pineapples, Chempadec seedlings. These are more of those Borneo type mangoes. These ones are the Kuini, or also known as Durian mango, because of the unique smell that they have. Different types of dragon fruit. These ones are from Israel, and so we look forward to growing those. This is a really curious plant. It's called air potato, and it essentially is a vine that grows up around trees, and then there are little potatoes that hang off of the vine, and you can harvest them, eat them. Cook them like you would a usual potato, but quite unusual plant. 3 months ago, we visited a farm and we were introduced to the gac fruit. We took the seeds of the fruits that we tried there and we tried our best to propagate them ourselves. It took about 10 to 12 weeks time, but we started getting these little baby gacs coming up, and these are some of the more advanced ones, and these are getting ready to transplant out onto the farm. And so another unusual and interesting fruit. So as I mentioned yesterday, I went and picked up some trees from a friend who had been preparing these special trees for me for some months. And we were able to acquire our first durian tree for the property. And this is a really special tree. We have had multiple durian trees in the past, and unfortunately, along with everything else, those were destroyed in the lava. And so this is really kind of a special moment to kind of restart the durian orchard. And
That's right.
And I hope to have quite a collection in the coming years. These trees are really hard to acquire and come by, so it might be just a little bit here and there. But as a special treat, in addition to the tree that I picked up, he gave me a little bit of durian fruit. And so, so this is a nice treat for the family.
Yes, it looks like this on the outside. It's quite pokey. And looks like this on inside. And we'll get to the actual flesh in just a minute. So Ryan here is an avid lover of durian.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, so back in 2002, I went to Indonesia to do like rural health clinics in the mountains, and I had a wonderful experience there with the people. But during that time, people were bringing me durian fruit like all the time for months.
And did you like it at first?
Not really. But as it kept coming my way, it got better and better every time I tried it. And before long, it was like all I wanted to eat.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. I've had it first time when Ryan introduced it to me in like 2006, I think. And I was quite upset that he gave something like that to me. But over the span of about 7 years and tasting it maybe 5 to 7 times over and over, I actually grew to really enjoy it. And our kids also really like it. In fact, Sky, when she was 18 months old, had the taste of very first durian, and she loved it right away. And ever since then, she's just been really excited about it too.
Yeah. So these are available locally in our farmers markets. They're a little bit pricey, which makes it a lot more worthwhile to get your own trees. There is, of course, a little bit of time in growing the trees, so 7 to 10 years depending on variety. Yeah. But whereas a tree is a bit of an investment, like $100, $120, the fruits can be $20 to $30 per piece. So
there's the flesh, the desired flesh right there.
Yeah. So this isn't exactly a connoisseur's durian, this one here. However, any durian is a friend of ours, and so we're really thankful for.
Smell it?
Yeah.
It after some years of getting used to it, it doesn't smell bad anymore. It just smells sweet.
It smells wonderful.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to understand or remember what it was smelling like before.
Yeah, I'd love to have these laying all around the house. And
So let's get the kids, and this is actually our breakfast time, so we'll all taste it and see if we still like it. Are you excited to try some durian today?
Okay, why don't you give it a nice smell? What do you think?
Smells like durian.
Well, is it good? Yeah. Now, I remember Kaden wasn't too sure about it, so I want to see if this time he actually will like it. Oh no, let's not drop any on the floor.
Okay, Kaden, you want to take a piece like that?
Okay.
Okay, let's see it.
Good.
Is it good? Yeah, Kaden didn't get to taste it like as early as Sky did. Uh-oh.
Sky, you want to take a bite?
Take a piece.
Okay. Can I just try it?
It's good. I like
Oh, It's so
Tastes
good. It's like the best frosting or something, like so creamy.
Wow,
Yeah,
More.
that's amazing.
Oh, careful, guys. I think we should just eat it off of the seed. I think that's the best way. Can mommy have a little taste? Okay. Leave some for daddy. It's so good.
Want to take another bite?
It's so sweet and aromatic.
Yeah.
Wow, Kaden, you like it this time. Really? Or are you joking? You like it? Wow.
Tastes good. Really, really good.
Oh, go ahead, daddy.
Super good.
Love it. This is definitely worth all the effort and time it takes to plant and grow a durian tree.
Yes, definitely.
So,
Now you can save the seed. You want to finish it up, Sky? Well, friends, we hope you enjoyed this little update and tasting of durian today. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, and you may subscribe if you're new here. And until next time, aloha and God bless. Bye.
Bye.